Yo, what is going on, guys? Yo man, Evan Zini here. Today I will be going over the Division's first major patch since the one on release day. Now, I am not going to be going over every detail, but rather the things you should know. But if you want to know all the things changed in this patch, a link will be down in the description so you can go take a look at that. Before we get into the good stuff, if you find this video informative or helpful, be sure to smash that like button and sub for future content. Now then, let's get started. So first up, let's begin with some gameplay changes. The biggest change coming with this patch in this area is no doubt the end of the loot cave. No longer will you be able to kill named boss over and over. Now you will only be able to kill him once and that's it. He will never respawn again. Personally, I think it's a little overkill, but we really must have pissed someone off at Ubisoft, so they decided the ultimate fuck you was in order. So now it's back to the Dark Zone dailies and challenge modes for farming. GG. Moving on, the Midas, that beautiful golden SMG, will be receiving a talent nerf or buff depending on how you take it. The trained talent is being replaced with the responsive talent, which makes the weapon deal more damage when you're in a certain range with the enemy, and the trained talent itself is receiving a nerf. Its bonus, which was 1 to 5%, is being knocked down to a constant 0.1%. Ouch. It can now only be rolled on shotguns, marksman rifles, and pistols. It will also be replaced on any weapons other than those with a random talent. Now let's get into some Dark Zone changes which I think were desperately needed. First off, now players killed in the Dark Zone will lose less Dark Zone funds and experience, rogue and non-rogue. I do agree with this about the non-rogue players, but not so much with the rogue players. But I am going to see how this pans out before making any judgments. Next, Dark Zone funds and experience have been improved for anyone to survive the rogue status. This needed addressing and I am glad they did it. 3,000 DZ credits for a manhunt, that's just plain ridiculous. Next, Dark Zone funds and experience have been increased for taking down a rogue player. This is a good change. Now there is more compensation for chasing them up and down the damn Dark Zone. Now they were going to increase the Phoenix credit drop quantity for level 31 and 32 named bosses in the Dark Zone, but due to some client stability issues, they are postponing this to a future update or hotfix. 30 named bosses would still drop 1 to 3, level 31 would drop 2 to 4, and 32 would drop 3 to 5 Phoenix credits, but this will have to wait. Next, there will be an increase to drop rates of 2 things in the Dark Zone, and those being high-end items from level 31 and 32 named bosses. Also, the drop rate of high-end division tech from level 32 named bosses will also be increased. With those changes, we finally have somewhat of a reason to go up into DZ6 and DZ5 to farm named bosses. And last on the list is Dark Zone chest items quality. The level 30 chest in the Dark Zone will now drop purple weapons instead of blues, which is a good change. And Dark Zone key chests will now have a chance to drop high-end items, which is also a nice change, so be sure you have tons of those keys to be opening these chests up. There were a lot of things on the patch list that I did not mention, but all the changes I talked about were things I felt that were in the need to know. But if you want to see all the changes, there will be a link in the description, so go check it out. Now that's going to do it for me. If you found this video informative or helpful, be sure to smash that like button and be sure to sub for future content. Thank you for watching. I love you all. But as always, I hope you guys have a great day and I will see you in the next one. Peace.